Hello everyone, welcome to Current Affairs MCQs program. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was recently a groundbreaking piece of legislation, the Nature Restoration Law aimed at restoring the health of ecosystems, was launched in which of the following countries? United States, India, China or European Union? The correct answer is option D, European Union. Nature Restoration Law. Recently, the Nature Restoration Law was enacted by the European Union through its Environmental Council. It is a key piece of legislation aimed at restoring the health of ecosystems across Europe. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Now, let's begin today's episode. First question is regarding the international container transshipment port at Galathea Bay. Consider the following statements. 1. It is located on Little Nicobar Island in the Bay of Bengal. 2. The ICTP lies along the east-west trade route near key hubs like Singapore, Klang and Colombo, enhancing its global trade importance. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2 or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option B, 2 only. The mega international container transshipment port at Galathea Bay is located on Great Nicobar Island in the Bay of Bengal. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. It has been officially designated as the 13th major port in India. The ICTP is along the east-west international trade and shipping route close to key transshipment hubs such as Singapore, Klang and Colombo. This location enhances its importance within global trade networks. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next question regarding warfare. Consider the following statements. 1. Hybrid warfare refers to a combination of conventional military tactics and modern strategies such as cyber warfare, information manipulation, etc. 2. Non-kinetic warfare includes using jamming, lasers or electromagnetic waves to disrupt drone operations instead of physically shooting down drones. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2 or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Warfares. Hybrid warfare refers to a combination of conventional military tactics and modern strategies such as cyber warfare, information manipulation, etc. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Non-kinetic warfare includes using jamming, lasers or electromagnetic waves to disrupt drone operations instead of physically shooting down drones. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next question, consider the following statements. 1. The Twilight zone or mesopelagic zone is a layer of the ocean that extends from 200 to 1000 meters below the ocean's surface. 2. Bioluminescence is a biochemical process used by Twilight zone species for photosynthesis. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2 or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. The Twilight zone, also known as the mesopelagic or dysphotic zone, is a layer of the ocean that extends from 200 to 1000 meters below the ocean's surface. Hence, statement 1 is correct. While sunlight can penetrate up to 1000 meters, photosynthesis is not possible beyond 200 meters. It is a vast ecosystem inhabited by extraordinary creatures, including organisms that live in darkness and those that migrate to and from the surface. It plays a vital role in the ocean's ability to absorb and store carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. This region also hosts the largest animal migration on the earth. Bioluminescence is not used for photosynthesis. It is used for purposes such as avoiding predators or attracting prey. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. To survive in such a low light environment, many Twilight zone species produce their own light through a biochemical process known as bioluminescence to avoid being eaten or to attract prey. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next question, consider the following principles. 1. Supremacy of the Constitution. 2. Independence of the judiciary. 3. Parliamentary system of government. 4. Principle of free and fair elections. How many of the above is or are part of the basic structure of the Constitution? Only 1, only 2, only 3 or all 4? The correct answer is option D, all 4. In the Kesavananda Bharati case, a challenge was brought against Kerala's land reform laws under Article 26, which protects the management of religious property. The key question was whether Parliament's power to amend the Constitution was unlimited, even to the extent of removing fundamental rights. The Supreme Court in a 7-6 verdict ruled that Parliament could amend the Constitution but could not alter its basic structure. While the court didn't define this term fully, it identified some principles as a part of basic structure doctrine like the supremacy of the Constitution, the rule of law, independence of the judiciary, doctrine of separation of powers, sovereign democratic republic, the parliamentary system of government, the principle of free and fair elections, welfare state, etc. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Next question, consider the following specifications. 1. Caused by the protozoan parasite Leishmania donovani. 2. Transmitted by the bite of an infected female sandfly. 3. Also known as black fever. Which of the following diseases is best described by the above characteristics? African trypanosomiasis, schistosomiasis, Kala-azar or filariasis. The correct answer is option C, Kala-azar. Kala-azar is the second deadliest parasitic disease after malaria in India. Kala-azar or visceral leishmaniasis or black fever is caused by a protozoan parasite Leishmania donovani and transmitted by the bite of an infected female sandfly. If untreated, it is fatal in over 95% of cases. WHO targets global elimination of Kala-azar by 2030 as part of its neglected tropical disease roadmap. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next question regarding antimicrobials. Consider the following statements. 1. The term antimicrobial broadly refers to antibiotics, antivirals, antifungals, and antiparasitics used in humans, animals, and plants. 2. These substances have been excessively and improperly used not just for disease treatment but also as growth enhancers in large-scale food production since the 1950s. 3. In 2000, the World Health Organization recommended a swift phase-out of antibiotic growth promoters in agriculture and animal farming sectors. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none? The correct answer is option C, all three. Antimicrobial is an all-encompassing term that includes antibiotics, antivirals, antifungals, and antiparasitics administered to humans, animals, and plants. Hence, statement 1 is correct. They have been misused and overused not just to treat diseases but also as growth promoters in industrial-scale food production since the 1950s. Hence, statement 2 is correct. In 2000, the World Health Organization recommended rapidly phasing out antibiotic growth promoters from the agriculture and animal sectors. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next question, which of the following best describes the primary goal for children's education according to the National Education Policy 2020? To achieve foundational literacy and numeracy by grade 3, to introduce advanced scientific concepts in grade 3, to focus only on extracurricular activities, or to reduce classroom sizes to 20 students per class. The correct answer is option A, to achieve foundational literacy and numeracy by grade 3. The National Education Policy 2020 aims to address India's evolving development needs by overhauling the education system to meet 21st century goals and Sustainable Development Goal 4 while preserving India's cultural heritage. The National Education Policy 2020 aims for all children in India to develop basic language and math skills by grade 3. It replaced the National Policy on Education 1986, which was modified in 1992. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next question, consider the following statements. 1. The Golden Crescent comprises Afghanistan, Iran, and Pakistan, a major global hub for opium production and distribution. 2. The Golden Triangle is located at the intersection of Laos, Myanmar, and Thailand, notorious for heroin production. Myanmar produces 80% of global heroin. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1, only 2, only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. The Golden Crescent comprises Afghanistan, Iran, and Pakistan, a major global hub for opium production and distribution. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It affects Indian states like Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. The Golden Triangle is located at the intersection of Laos, Myanmar, and Thailand, notorious for heroin production. Myanmar produces 80% of global heroin. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Trafficking routes pass through Laos, Vietnam, Thailand, and India. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next question, regarding the National Financial Reporting Authority, consider the following statements. 1. It is a constitutional body formed under Article 338 of the Constitution. to its duties to recommend accounting and auditing policies and standards to be adopted by companies for approval by the central government. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option B, 2 only. National Financial Reporting Authority. It was constituted in October 2018 by the Government of India under subsection 1 of section 132 of the Companies Act 2013. Its duty is to recommend accounting and auditing policies and standards to be adopted by companies for approval by the central government. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Last question regarding constitutional morality. Consider the following statements. 1. It is a concept that refers to the principles and values underlying a constitution that guide the actions of both the government and the citizenry. 2. The term constitutional morality is explicitly mentioned in Part 3 of the Indian Constitution. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Constitutional morality. It is a concept that refers to the principles and values underlying a constitution that guide the actions of both the government and the citizenry. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The term constitutional morality is not explicitly mentioned in the Indian Constitution. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. However, the concept is inherent in the document's core principles, emphasizing values like justice, equality, and liberty. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Now moving on to practice question. Consider the following statements. 1. The Age of Consent Act of 1891 raised the age of consent for marriage to 12 years. 2. The Child Marriage Restraint Act 1929 marked the first legal intervention to control child marriages in India. 3. Under Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2006, the legal age for marriage is set at 21 for women and 25 for men. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Thanks for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.